to the Cook Book, brought to you by 3B Outdoors, Menser Outdoors, and now part of the Tracks and Tackle Collaborative.
All right, Cody, here we go, buddy. Episode 1, Cook Book. Here we go. So, I'm Josh Buchman from 3B Outdoors. This is my man Cody. Bringing to you guys a brand new show called the Cook Book, where we hope to get together with everybody out there under the sun and learn some recipes, learn what you guys like to eat, what you guys like to hunt, what you like to fish, what you are putting on the table for you and your families, what you're putting in the freezers for your dogs, what you guys are saving, how you're preparing things. That's the kind of stuff we want to know. I know we have several cool people lined up that have said that they wanted to come on, which I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to meet some of you guys.
Yeah, so that's the basis of the show. That's what it's all about. So I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to introduce my man Cody here. Me and Cody met about 7 months ago.
Been about 8 now. It's been about 8.
Almost 8 months ago. He started working with me at the college. Quickly hit it off, him and I, simply because he's got a good work ethic, and that's something that I look for in people. But we quickly hit it off, and he became very interested in kind of the way that me and my family and my friends kind of live our lives, because we're very much outdoorsmen. I mean, that's literally who we are, what we do. We live off the fish that we catch, the deer, the rabbits, the birds that we kill, the ducks. So this show is kind of dedicated to how we prepare them for our families. And Cody, who, and I'm not saying this as an insult, doesn't have any experience in this world, is very interested in how we do it. So this is kind of going to be a little bit of a journey following Cody throughout his first year of doing this stuff. I did have the honor and the privilege. Me and Captain Tim took him out the other night to the Potomac River, and we had a good night catching some decent sized blue catfish, and we'll throw some pictures up for you guys to see. And got him cleaning some catfish, and today we went ahead and cooked some. So Cody, why don't you take a minute, introduce yourself, tell everybody kind of your background, what's kind of drawing you towards, this catch, clean, cook kind of lifestyle, and yeah, man, tell everybody what it's all about.
So, I mean, I come from the same cut of cloth as most of us do. I'm blue collar. We work outside every day. I was a mechanic prior to working with Josh here, and I made a decision. I want to change some things up in my life. Want to be outside and get some fresh air and get out there. I remember growing up, my grandfather used to hunt in the upstate New York woods, and then when they moved to Pennsylvania, he used to hunt in Pennsylvania a lot, and that was a big influence on my life.
Yeah, man.
So, I mean, I don't have a whole lot of experience being out there and, getting out in the woods and everything, but, it's always a real big thing growing up. My grandfather used to tell me a lot of hunting stories and everything. It really, really inspired me. And so within the last couple of years, gotten out on my own, met my wife and everything, living together. And, food's expensive, and I like to have an understanding and a respect and appreciation for where food comes from. And that's a big thing for me. I like to put good food in my mouth. I like to know where it came from and, understand why it is, what we're doing. I like to have that respect for the animals and everything, and, understand the sacrifice that they make for us to be able to feed us.
Yeah, man, that's a big part of it. That's a big part of it. A lot of people out there that are against hunting or whatever, they don't understand kind of the relationship that true outdoorsmen, people who are feeding their families, filling their freezers, or giving it away to friends, they don't understand the relationship that we have with those animals. I mean, I hold, and I'm sure a lot of our friends out there do too, I hold a white-tailed deer in like the highest reverence. You go ahead and sit down, baby. And then can you go grab us a couple forks, please, and grab one for yourself, please? Thank you. It's my daughter, Peyton. She's excited about this as much as we are. But yeah, I hold a white-tailed deer like in the highest of reverence. Not only are they beautiful to look at, I mean, and they are, and I can't wait to get you in the woods to see them, but to know that this animal has lived its entire life run in the woods, run in the fields, eat, just being free. And then you know that you're going to take that, you are going to take its life, but its life is going to serve a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not going to waste. And that's something that I need people to understand. Now, we're not eating deer tonight. We're eating some blue catfish.
First time I've ever caught him.
Oh, man, it's pretty good. So, like I said, we had the honor to take him out the other night and get him on his first couple fish. He cleaned them, he cooked them, and then we're getting ready to try them as soon as my daughter gets back here with a couple forks. They turned out really good. So we did an old school fish fry with half of them, breaded, fried, dropped in oil, 325 degree oil. And then the other three that we have here, we baked in the oven for a half an hour at 400 degrees with some lemon, some butter, a little bit of pepper, and then some garlic salt. And they both turned out really, really good. I'm not going to lie, we did sneak a little taste before we brought them in here. This is my daughter Peyton. Peyton, if you would like to come around here, you can be in the video. Very proud of Peyton. Very proud of Cody. They both just completed their Maryland Hunter Safety courses. So round of applause for those guys. I'm very proud of you. Peyton, you can go ahead and try the fried fish first because I know that you love it. You go ahead, Cody, because I know this is the first time now you snuck a little piece out in the kitchen, but I mean, it still holds up 10 minutes later. I can tell you that much.
Man, that is good to know that I caught that myself, and I cooked it up myself. And like I said, I don't have a whole lot of culinary experience, but
and it's I mean, that's just a family favorite. We do this. I mean, what, 20 times a year?
Yeah.
30 times a year. We're making just a pile of fried catfish. Now, this is the one I was excited about. This is not something that we regularly do in my house. Typically, when we have fish in my house, it is a white fish. It's getting breaded and it's getting dropped in oil.
Yeah.
Now,
that is good.
Now, a good man, CT, Captain Tim, told me about this recipe, garlic, lemon, and it turned out pretty good. Peyton, I would like for you to try this. It is, I will tell you, it has a good bit of lemon kick to it, but it is quite tasty. Hands down, it's better than the fried catfish.
Yeah, I would have to say I agree with that.
The baked catfish is better than the fried catfish.
Yeah.
I would say the fried catfish is better for group settings, for big family fish fries, for group get-togethers, for making out over a campfire. Because if you have a pot, you can hang it over a campfire and do this, right in the woods.
Man, that is good.
I'm telling you, buddy, and it's a good way to feed your family. It's a good way to fill your freezer, and I'm happy that this came out of my pile, and you still have 5 or 6 pounds, in your freezer, to take care of. And stick with us, guys, because there's going to be plenty more to come.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool content coming up. We got a whole season ahead of us. We're going to get a lot of footage of things and get out there. And, we're trying to show you guys a way to do things. Like I say, we're cut from the same cloth as a lot of you. It's all about saving money, making do with what you got and, trying to put meat on the table and all that. So, it's kind of a big deal for me. Like I said, it's my first year going out. It's a big background for me, but this is my first chance to get out there. I'm very appreciative. Josh been willing to take me under his wing and everything.
I'm excited to follow the journey this year. I mean, we're going to have video cameras on here. We're going to be out there trying to get some deer. You're definitely going to be out there on the duck boat.
That's what I'm most
trying
excited
to get you some
for.
geese.
Yeah.
Been talking to a couple people trying to get some rabbit hunts lined up. We're going to try to get September 1st is right around the corner, and that's opening day of dove. So we'll be out in the fields, trying to shoot some doves on September 1st. Yeah, man, I'm really excited. We're going to get you to do a bunch of things. But I want to get to know you guys. I want you guys to come on here, share your stories, share your recipes. Tell us what you guys are doing with the stuff that you're taking. I know we do have several guests already lined up. Next week will be Lee Bolner, one of the founding members of 3B. He's going to come on and he's got a good recipe for. I don't want to give it away. It's a good recipe for most people's favorite cut of a white-tailed deer, and that's about as much as I'm going to give away about it. So we're excited to sit down and talk to Lee. And as for that, I mean, as you guys know, you always got a seat at our table. We're always frying up something good, and let's get it.
Let's get it.
See you guys. Hey everybody, if you guys enjoyed the program that we just put on, feel free to stick around and watch a step-by-step tutorial on how Cody and I prepared these two fish. It's only about a 8 or 9 minute video, and it goes through both recipes completely step-by-step. From somebody who has a little bit of experience and somebody who has zero experience, and it went very smoothly because these are recipes you can't really screw up. So, like I said, if you guys enjoyed hearing the stories and hearing our story, we'd like to hear your story. Please hit us up. Share your recipes. Share your catch. Share your stories. Let us know. We love you guys. Have a great one.
Time to cook.
Here's what we're doing, Cody. We're gonna do 2 different types of catfish. These are the fillets that you and I cleaned up the other day. We're gonna set 3 of them out. We're gonna do 3 of them baked, and then we're gonna set a couple out. And you're gonna do the classic fish fry, deep fried catfish.
Sounds good. I'm excited.
There we go. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do to mine is I'm going to grab a fillet knife. I'm going to draw it right here. I'm just going to put a light little score across the top of these. I'm not cutting all the way through. It's literally just to let the heat and the spices and stuff get inside the catfish. Scoring. Now, I have already melted some butter and mixed it with 1/3 of a cup of water. I'm going to take that and I'm going to pour it right over top of everything there. Look at that. Not a lot. We don't want it swimming in it. Take it all around. Alright. Now the coup de grace. Black pepper. Always black pepper. When baking fish. And garlic salt. I'm a cheap ass. I just buy garlic salt. Now, last step to this, should have been a little bit more prepared. Just 1 fresh lemon.
And give it a little bit of zing.
Just a little bit of citrus flavor to go on top of that garlic. We have about a 1/2 pound of fish there, so I'm going to use a 1/2 lemon, sliced into 4 slices. And we're going to squeeze 2 of them on fully. Get that out of there. Just squeeze 2 of them on, get all that juice in there, in that butter and in that water. I'm going to lay that in. We're going to do the same thing with the second one. I'm going to lay that in, and then we're going to lay these 2 in, unsqueezed, on the ends. Let their juice cook out on top of that. Uncovered, big thing. Uncovered. In the oven, 400 degrees, 30 minutes. Now, you can go ahead and stop, Cody. Alright, now it's my man Cody's turn. I'm going to walk him through how to do a fish fry.
Just for reference, guys, I don't really have a whole lot of culinary experience, so if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Heck yeah, this is one of the easiest things. Anybody can do this, and you can do this with almost any piece of fish. All right, so Cody, we have 3 pretty sizable pieces of catfish fillet there. And what I'm going to want you to do is take that fillet knife, and I want you to cut them almost diagonally into 3 even-sized pieces on each piece. So they don't have to be the same all the way across, but just, just 3 diagonal pieces, all the same, kind of the same size. Catfish sometimes a little tough, it's a little fatty.
Man, this is going to be good.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. I can't wait. If you've never had a piece of homemade deep fried catfish, that you're in for a treat. All right. Now your next step. In your center bowl right here. Why am I not focusing on that? In your center bowl right there is 2 eggs. I need you to go ahead and crack them eggs, and right below your feet is a trash can. Don't be scared to smash them, and I don't care if you make my counter a mess. Redneck man, redneck house. Go ahead and whip them eggs up a little bit. Like you get a little piece of shell in there?
Yeah, it's a little bit of texture to it.
Absolutely. Whip them eggs up so that you get the yolk mixed in nice and good. That's good, yeah. The whole time that this has been happening, I did go ahead and set some stuff up. So I do have a pot of fresh oil on the stove. It is heated up to 325 degrees, which is right about where you want it. Now I keep, for my own personal reference, I use a separate pot, separate oil for everything, because when you're done and you try to cook chicken nuggets in this oil, it's going to taste like fish. That's just me. So here's what you're going to want to do. In each one of those bowls, I have it set out. We have about a half a pound of fish. So in that first bowl to your left is a half a cup of flour. In your bowl in the center is 2 eggs. In the bowl in the end is a half a cup of breadcrumbs. You are going to go in order: flour, egg, breadcrumbs, and then lay them out one at a time on that blue cutting board there, please. Your hands are going to get messy, so I'm very sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, that looks good already.
Covered all over in breadcrumbs. Went from a nice piece of filet. I'm going to move this knife out of your way, Cody. It's right there on the stove, right? I'm not going to use it. Cody's being nice and gentle with them. That's
hey,
good.
Man, I called it myself.
No, that's good for the first 3. Now, take the rest of them, throw all of them in that flour bowl. And just stir them all up at once. Just make sure that you get them all covered. Now, you do want to do the egg one at a time, because otherwise you'll get big cakes of breading in your egg, and that's not what you want. But you can just throw them all in the breadcrumb bowl, straight out of the egg, and then mix them all in the breadcrumbs at once. What was that old Geico commercial? It's so easy a caveman could do it. I'm pretty sure caveman did this.
Yeah, most of my cooking experience consists of ramen noodles and frozen pizza. So
Ramen noodles.
I can do it. Anybody can do
And
it.
frozen pizza, that's what he says. Well, we're going to get you away from that, buddy. All right. Yeah, just make sure they all get nice and covered all the way through. Now, we're just doing the catfish tonight, but something that does go very good with this is Alfredo noodles.
Oh, that sounds good.
Instead of doing like a chicken Alfredo, catfish Alfredo, you can sprinkle some garlic right on top of it. Some Parmesan cheese right on top of it. All right, you got them all breaded?
Yep.
All right, yeah, rinse your hands off real quick. Man, they're going to be good. I'm excited. I'm excited because you've never tried this.
No, this is my first time having catfish.
All right, now really dry your hands off good, because you're about to reach over top of oil and it's going to pop. So take them in one at a time. Just lay them down in that oil and try to lay it so that you lay it away. So that way if any splash does come up, it doesn't get you. There you go. Look at that. Sizzling in that oil, fresh oil. You can get them all in there. They will not stick to each other. And these do not take long. It's about a half a pound of catfish. This would feed 3 people if you had some vegetables. Now I'm just going to roll this around a little bit. Make sure you get that oil all covered on top of all that breading. And we're just going to let them go for 5 or 6 minutes. We'll check back in just a minute. All right, we got all the fish. All the fish is in the oil. They're cooking good. Doesn't take very long. They've only been in there for what? Minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah, just about that. Yep.
They're just about done, actually.
You want them to be a nice golden crispy color, right?
Oh yeah, nice golden brown. See those top 2?
Cool.
I'd let them go just another minute or so. Maybe, like I said, yeah, You want to stir them around, but you don't want to stir them around a whole lot because once catfish is done cooking, it becomes rather fragile. I would go ahead and pull that piece. Yes, sir. Yes,
Man, that
sir.
does look good.
You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead and pull that. That's done. That's that 325 degree oil. Yeah, there's ones that ended up on top. Might need another minute or so. So Cody, when you hear of people in the South or anywhere really, and they say they're having a fish fry, what they do is they have hundreds and hundreds of fish, and they bring their whole families, and they bring everybody around, and they get a giant pot of oil, and this is what they do for hours.
Sounds like a good time.
Oh man, it's fantastic time. It's fantastic time. Fantastic time. How they look at it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, baby. All right, as Cody keeps pulling these out of the oil one at a time, we're going to get into tasting them, and then we'll check back in when the fish comes out of the oven. All right, it is time.
Man, they look good.
Pulling out these baked pieces of catfish.
Man.
Look at that juice.
Man.
Oh,
They look good.
all right. All right, Cody, let's get them all plated up, and then start on the other shell.
Oh yeah, let's get it.
Time to